I don't.
Okay. What's going on, everyone? You're watching Vision Paradox answers your questions while we do stuff. We're on. It's me and Max today. We're in the East Coast.
Are we?
We're heading to the city right now. Hopefully, we can fix this in post. We're on a train. We're gonna answer a few of your questions on social media today.
Yeah.
So,
what are some tips for artistic photography? Whoa! This is going in the video. Alexander, leave this on. I mean, for me, it's literally just if you're looking at it a certain way, try looking at it from a different perspective. Like if you're looking at, let's say, a plant. Let's say plant's over here. It's a good view, but what if the view is like over here, or from behind, or if there's less light, there's more light. Just literally play around with it. Like that's, yeah. I got a train's about to fill up.
you weren't kidding about people.
I told you.
Coming in.
How many times have we done this?
Okay. So if it's your first time hopping on this channel, we help small businesses, personal brands, and tech startups help build their brand and online presence through social media marketing. So hopefully you can hear us. There's a lot of promotion going on. My turn?
Yeah, your turn.
Okay. The question is email marketing still more effective than social media marketing? I think it goes hand in hand. I think when it comes to I think email marketing should be on the back end of your marketing, and social media should be the front end. So I think you can use social media marketing to help build your brand, build brand awareness. Use that to get people into your funnel for your automated emails. So I think that's I don't think it's better. I think it just goes hand in hand with what you're doing. I think you can get sales directly on the front end with social media, which is like trying to do a little bit more of a direct sales approach, but with email marketing, which is more on the back end approach, you can constantly do follow-ups. You can constantly do, not constantly, but every 3 months you can throw a sale, or during the holidays you have a reason to contact them because they gave you their email. So whereas with social media marketing, I almost feel like you're competing very hard with other people's attention, because especially with Facebook, Instagram, even with Snapchat, people are learning to skip that or scroll through it unless your ad is really on point. Which is why if you can have a really amazing offer to get people into your email list, and then they continue contact that way, through an automated series, educating them with something, or giving them really ridiculously good offers. One of my favorite places that I get is from a place called Thieve. I really recommend you guys checking that out. If their email newsletters are great, and Ramit Sethi from IWillTeachYouToBeRich.com, amazing email newsletters. They gives you really good value up front on social media, then provides 10 times more value through his emails. So I think the relationship can be symbiotic. So long answer to a short question.
Also with email marketing, I know people tend to skip, or now with email apps like Inbox and Google, it tends to sort out your mail for you, your emails for you. So, I mean, my thing would be definitely come up with a really good subject line. Do that. Catch their attention, actually get them to open your email and read it.
Yeah.
It's not enough to have a good the content would be amazing, your newsletter would be amazing, your blast could be great, it's useful content or whatever, but if your subject line doesn't catch their attention, because we get everybody works, we get 50 something emails a day average. I do. So it's definitely try to catch their attention away from the other spammy looking ones. So yeah, there's that. I don't get anything else. It's starting to get noisy here.
I think we got time for one more question. So this is what I love about these episodes, is because we're always in the middle of doing something, and hopefully the questions, the answers are
I'm also answering makeup questions on my Snapchat.
What are the biggest mistakes businesses make when using Facebook for marketing? The fact that they're not using Facebook ads to begin with. That's one. The next one is when they do it.
Mature.
They push the boost button, and that's like
That doesn't work.
It's gotten a lot better compared to when it first came out, but I still prefer actually using the power editor and creating ads, and instead of doing a boosted post. There's just two ways to do a boosted post: pressing the blue button, which is a waste of money in my opinion,
I'm only burning my half.
and doing a page post engagement, which is what we do on the power editor. So that's a little bit more on the techie side, where I need to do a screen share with you guys, but I'm sure there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube out there already. So just to give it a little bit more value, just when you post your content, I don't know, depending on how many you post a day, 2-3 times a day, the highest performing organic content already is the one that you should be boosting. Don't boost content that is underperforming just because you want it to do well. Like your audience is telling you, is giving you feedback of the content that they like, bounce off that, and then considering that Facebook shows your content to only about 2% of your likes or your followers, take advantage of that, boost that post
Don't really boost that post.
like to do the power editor way, to current followers, and then to new people, which is and create a lookalike audience. So I'm getting a little bit more technical with the stuff, but a lot of it
It really isn't that hard.
you can look it up on YouTube and Google, and you can learn that way.
I learned it in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, so it's not that hard. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave us a comment. It's getting louder here. We're gonna move it over. It's gonna be louder in the city though.
Well, duh.
Anyways, we're gonna move it to the next part of the day. Welcome to part 2 of Vision Paradox Answers Your Questions While We Do Stuff. We are at the High Line right now, right? The High Line, I'm not sure which part of the High Line. Somewhere in New York City.
We're in Chelsea.
She knows the area better than me.
Chelsea.
She's from here.
In Chelsea.
We're going to be answering your questions today on social media, graphic design, and/or photography and video. So there's a wide range of topics. What the fuck was that?
That was a bumblebee. Leave him alone. It's just a drone bee. Leave him alone.
I've never seen this. I've never seen one so close to me.
He's never seen nature. Oh, I've had one land on my knee.
Talking about
Third grade science.
Yeah, there's a wide range of topics we're going to be covering today. We're going to answer 3 questions, maybe 4, depending on what do we have planned today. To be honest, this episode wasn't planned today either. These are just a whole bunch of questions that
we found a spot.
We've had written that people have asked us, and it's just put in a document, put away somewhere, and then we just bring it back up whenever we're gonna film things like this and just answer it. And now Maxine, which is one of our social media managers, who also is my girlfriend and also lives in the East Coast. We couldn't get any episodes of her before because obviously as I mentioned, she lives in the East Coast. So
I lost it.
3-4 questions. Let's do it.
Why does it seem like most people are professional videographers or photographers nowadays? I remember actually working with a film camera and like setting up shots and like everything in full manual was a challenge because I didn't know how it was going to come out until I get the pictures developed and he's throwing off my girl.
I'm going away now.
Bye. So it's like, I didn't know I did well until I saw my shots. Like now with like digital cameras and even with like phones, you can pack so much more technology into smaller devices. Mirrorless cameras are like amazing now, and yeah, the whole point is anyone can do it these days. And also there's like actual ways to learn online, like on YouTube. There's books to figure it out. There's a lot of people who can actually pick it up just from a book without like an actual instructor, which is great. I kind of did both. Like I learned online. I learned through practice. My brother taught me a little bit. I had a friend teach me a lot more, working with an actual DSLR. And yeah, I don't know. What about you?
What was the question?
Why are...
Part of it is because, as you mentioned, the technology is so much easier. You can get the feedback in your shots.
We're doing now. We're doing this on a phone.
Yeah, to improve your shots faster. And not only that, information. There's such a wealth of information online nowadays. You can get tutorials from different people. The fact that information is literally at the edge of our fingertips, it gives everyone an opportunity to really polish their skills faster. Whereas before, you had to get a mentor, or you had to go to school. You had to get a mentor. Now, information's out there for everyone just to be able to, improve their skills.
Yeah, like me, I don't have money. Like, I just have a phone. Like, I've saved up, and I borrow other people's cameras to do like my photography and stuff. So, I'm a parasite. But yeah, like.
Which is better, Facebook campaigns or YouTubers? I don't know if that.
Explain.
What? I don't know. Okay, I guess I'm gonna reword that question into which is better, Facebook ads or YouTube campaigns? YouTube ads?
Oh, yeah.
I'd say quickly right now, I'd say Facebook is the shit. Like go with Facebook ads in terms of brand awareness, getting your message out there. In terms of YouTube ads, I think it's good right now, but it's not nearly as powerful as Facebook ads.
Yeah.
I think if you're trying to get people to, if you want to, say you have two pieces of content that you're promoting to both Facebook and YouTube, but you want people to go to your YouTube, post the main piece of content on YouTube, create a small 30-second version of it on Facebook, run a Facebook ad campaign on that, and entice people to go back and watch on your YouTube. Because the psychology of people on Facebook and on YouTube is insanely different. People will go on YouTube with the intent of watching long-form content. 1 minute, that means like 60 seconds and on, watching tutorials, watching vlogs. But people watching on Facebook, they want something entertaining, they want something quick, which is why you might see memes, you see people, because most people on Facebook, when they watch video, the audio is off, and which is why you see a lot of it with subtitles, and a lot of it is also short form. It's not exactly like 20-minute videos, 10-minute videos. Most of it is fairly short because people are on there to mainly connect with their friends, share something cool. When you're hanging out with your friends, you want to be the cool guy that has like, yo, I found this out today. You have the inside information. Yeah. Make your content so it's shareable in a sense. You want, and that falls under the categories of is it educating, is it educational, empowering, or entertaining. So that way, if your content falls under that small little, if your micro content, let me just back that up. If your micro content falls under those three, you're good to go in terms of promoting it on your Facebook ads, leading it back into a YouTube video. So it's a little bit more of a, not so much of either or for me. It's like
not one's better than the other. You can actually make one work for the other.
Yeah, so it's like you can find a way to work it together. So it has to be valuable to the people on the other end of the screen. It can't just be useless 30 seconds of you, I don't know, just shimmying, unless it's somehow really entertaining. And that itself provides value to other people.
I'm 14 and I'm interested in photography. Did you answer that one?
No.
Okay, but I always feel so untalented looking at other people's work. How can I stop comparing my photos to others and try to grow? Stop.
Good question.
Stop it. Or you can look at it and use it as inspo. It's like, say, try to, I wouldn't say recreate a shot. Once you start recreating shots, you'll find like your own kind of aesthetic or like way of find your own perspective of things. Like going back to that previous question where I said find a different perspective on things. That's always like a different way of looking at photography. Like let's say right now, look at these plants. You see the plants? Look at those plants. There's like 10 different ways to shoot that. Literally, it's almost endless on how to like shoot that particular shot, or even like this shot behind me. It's really just finding like a different perspective. You can shoot them down there, you can shoot them up here, you can stand on this chair and shoot them all the way down. It's not about this so-and-so is better. Well, so-and-so is better than you because they've been doing this for so long. So now it's time for you to do it for just as long. You're 14. You got time, bro. You got time. Plenty. Ain't that right, all man?
Yeah.
There's a rat.
Okay. When you see other people's work that you admire, I think that means when you're admiring other people's work, it's also a kind of a reflection, seeing the possibility that you can have within yourself. I think it can be detrimental in comparing yourself in other people's work when you start saying that you're not good enough. I like comparing the New York. The more productive way I like to try to compare myself is like when I see people that I admire, is like I almost use it as a yardstick. Like, all right, they're at this level, I'm at this level. How can I get closer to their level?
Yep.
What are the techniques they're using? How are they training? How are they taking particular shots? Like, one of my favorite quotes is "Good artists steal, great art." No, great artists. This is a little copy steal
Yeah.
thing. I'll put it up here somewhere once I find it. But the whole point of it is like I'm gonna go back to the analogy of dancing. Like a lot of moves in b-boy or breakdancing, like the windmill is like probably one of the most well-known, or headspin is one of the most well-known moves in terms of breakdancing or b-boying. But when the person first came up with it, everyone started doing it, but they started adding their own flair to it. They started coming up with things like nutcracker mills, tombstone mills, or drill head spins. Take what they're doing and add your own spin to it. That kind of gives you an insight of how they approached it. Now you add your layer of how you're thinking, and then it's almost like them mentoring you without them actually being there. So like take your favorite photographer's piece of work, try to mimic it somehow, because that experience in itself is going to teach you how they approached it, how they lit it, how they, the right lens, whatever it may be. So I think that's a great place to start because it gives you direction. Okay, this is an interesting one. We answered this one, but we couldn't, because of how badly it was filmed, I couldn't answer it.
What is it?
How can I use social media in a way that doesn't feel soul-killing as a musician, trying to get their music heard, but someone who very much wants to stay up? I mean, we've worked with several musicians already, and we can see how overwhelming it is of you wanting to focus on your art, but at the same time, you have to get your stuff out there. I mean, there's several ways you can do it. You can find, I don't know, an assistant, a cousin, a friend to handle that part, the social media, and for you.
Or vision paradox.
Or the second, that's another option is hiring an agency or someone else.
Or just a manager.
Or a manager to take care of that for you. So like I said, hiring a friend or someone in your team to manage that, or if you have the budget, hire an agency. Or number three, if you really don't have the budget for any of that, use automation tools like Hootsuite or Later or OnlyPult. There's a lot of tools out there that you can do to schedule it, but that means you have to plan things out ahead of time. And this can get time consuming.
Oh yeah.
Because you have to plan out content. You have to also consider when your shows are, or when songs are, when you're releasing. So you have to make your content calendar around the shows you're doing and all the other stuff you're doing. But the fact is that you're gonna have to do it yourself. You don't have to you don't have to post every day. Like if it works for you and your lifestyle that you post 3 times a week or even once a week, I think that's good enough. I mean, that's the most important thing for you as an artist is for you to be producing music or creating your music, and then using these social media platforms as a way of distribution. It is important, but if it gets to the point where it's distracting you from the main thing you're doing to begin with,
you might as well have someone take over those reins.
Yeah, I'd say evaluate how much time you can really put into it. If 2-3 hours a week is pretty good. If you can just do that, set 3 hours on a Sunday, for you to be able to do it. What matters is that you're consistent, and that consistency looks different for everyone. Like I said, you don't have to post every day. 3 times a week is fine. Once a week is fine too. Find a way to be consistent. So I think that's it for this part of Vision Paradox Answers Your Questions while we do stuff. So
what are we doing even?
Well, we were walking. I got some B-roll, so
that's doing.
We're trying. It might be raining soon, so Hope you guys are liking the questions and answers so far. So, see you guys in a bit. Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Emeroy.
Hi!
That's Max. We're gonna do the third section of Vision Paradox answers your questions while we do stuff.
What are we doing right now?
We're sitting and digesting. We were originally supposed to do this while hiking, but my back and my back and body, it seems to be shutting down. I think I'm sick or something like that, or under the weather, either overtrained. It's like a whole bunch of symptoms I'm trying to figure out. But main thing is my back hurts, and it's been a struggle to walk far distances. So she's been gracious enough to be patient with me and not call me a little punk while walking.
It's over.
So 3 questions for you guys. I'll get 2 and then we'll switch off so she can sit in the front and she's not just like on, you know, this random thing on my shoulder. How can one earn money with social media marketing? There's several ways, I think. First way is obviously become an influencer. You know, you can do product placements on your stuff. The thing is, a lot of people kind of fake being an influencer. One of the articles I read, I think it was a big company. I'm not trying to drop any names. 2 reasons is because privacy, and second reason is because I don't remember the name. But I'll link the article down there. What they did with this particular influencer is that they gave her, she was a fitness influencer, $20,000 to do product placements for a certain length of time for the campaign. The ROI for the company was only $2,000. So, you know, it begs to the question, like, how engaged and legit are those followers? Because it's so easy to buy bots followers and to make it look like you're influencer. And a lot more people are starting to sniff that out. If you're gonna go that route, the genuine way to build an actual following is gonna take a lot more time than buying followers. And being able to be a true influencer and do product placements just takes time. The second way is sell products, either if affiliate marketing or whatever product you have for yourself. You know, that's what you can do with the whole marketing end of social media. Like one of our clients, for his show in Vancouver, we spent about $9.18 and just for one of the ads, and in return we earned about $468 in ticket sales. So I think that second route is a lot faster to get results. But if you have a crap product, no amount of marketing is going to save a crap product. So I hope that helps. If I sound weird, it's because my throat is sore. I think I can use some coffee or tea. Oh, there's a couple questions here I want to answer actually.
He's never been around nature.
It sounds like something like, you know, Independence Day.
Okay.
When they were trying to talk to the alien and they got the president, they were like, weird noises in my head.
What is it you want us to do?
Which of the 2 video channels, Vimeo or YouTube, is best for social media marketing?
YouTube.
YouTube. Simply because people are already... YouTube is connected to Google, and YouTube is the second most powerful search engine because it's linked to Google. And if you know anything about SEO, you can leverage that attention for people to come to your channel and watch whatever content that you're going to be producing or putting out there. So if you're someone who's really good at fashion, or someone who's really good at dancing, or someone who, I don't know, is really good at knitting, you can create a whole bunch of tutorials or a series based off that content around that. As long as it's content that's educational, empowering, or entertaining, I think YouTube is the best way, or the best channel for social media marketing, or one of the best channels for that type of content for marketing. When it comes to like Vimeo, I think from my experience, Vimeo has been great mainly for like short films or more of that artistic route, because I haven't really seen anyone use Vimeo for any social media marketing. I mean, who knows, things might change, but I honestly don't think it will anytime soon. So if you're trying to market yourself between, you know, and you're trying to choose between Vimeo and YouTube, YouTube's the way to go. So I'm done. Time to switch to Max. Tag you in.
Okay, so.
Queso.
Queso. So what are the best tips for photography beginners? He's gonna be doing this all day. Okay, you can actually start learning by putting everything in auto, which is, you know, kind of shameful, but not really. But like if you put everything in auto, you have a camera that has auto everything. Doesn't matter if it's an SLR, your phone, or a mirrorless, or any random point and shoot. It's more learning how to frame your shots first. Like, even if you learned how all these manual settings worked, I think it's important to frame your shots first. So it's, I mean, you can look up, you can Google literally fundamentals of photography, and one of the first things you'll find is framing. Like, you need to learn how to frame your shot. Are you trying to, you know, like trying to get like where your subject can't just be this shot, like this shot right here. I'm the subject. This is just the shot. Like a more artistic shot could be this guy.
Well, this is a 2-shot right
Yeah.
now, and notice the depth of field right now.
I'm in focus. He's not.
And then, or if it's just her, notice how she's more on the left or your right instead of, you know, straight on cowboy in the middle shot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and also like that, you know, learn like everything else will come to you now. Like will come to you if you're really like interested and passionate about learning it. Everything else will come to you like kind of naturally, especially the framing part. There is, I found an article on Lifehacker that actually has an image, kind of a cheat sheet for like settings. So basically, you know, it'll tell you, it kind of has some sort of graphic representation of what your photo will look like if your ISO was set like this, or if your f-stop was set like this. I'm gonna find that. Let's put that up here somewhere. It's actually like pretty easy. Probably we'll probably also link that article below. Once you have your camera, once you have the camera that you know you're gonna use for a while, we'll learn how to use it. Like, you should be able to change your settings on the fly without like, oh, like how do I change my ISO again? Like, you're not just sitting there changing your settings for like 15 seconds and then you've completely missed your moment. Like, every second counts. So master your camera. Here's another one too. It's okay if your shots are underexposed. You can bring all that stuff up in post. They're overexposed, they're hopeless.
Alright, so that's it for...
You put it there. He was asking for it.
That's it.
Sorry,
for
that's
this.
Don't put that in there.
That's it for this episode of Vision Paradox Answers Your Questions while we do stuff. If you guys got any questions, leave us a comment down below or
Email us.
DM us on Instagram.
Slide into our DMs.
Or, yes, slide into our DMs. And if you guys like this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe, share this with friends who you think might benefit from it, and follow us on Instagram, not just me and Max, but the rest of the crew as well. All the links and everything we talked about are in the description if it's not shown in the cards on the video. So, thank you guys for watching today's episode. We will catch you guys next time. Peace.